Good evening. Thank you for everyone that's here this evening with me. My name is Edwin Simmons. I'm a student at St. Petersburg College. I am majoring in sustainability management, and I'm proposing a project about aquaponic farming and how it can be integrated in the Pinellas County school system. Before I get too far into myself, let's give you a quick overview of why I'm presenting this unique situation. As you know or may not know, there's a lack of hands-on life skill building projects within the school system that our youth, are truly lacking. If we can go by this recent pandemic, you can see that a lot of us, not only even the children, but even ourselves, are lacking in basic life skill building skills. Also, not many students are even able to take part in them when they're offered, maybe due to proximity. A lot of them are offered in northern counties and further out in more rural areas than they are in inner cities. And also, another situation that I would like to address is many children do not grasp how food is grown. And also, when you don't know how your food is grown, it can lead to making poor nutritional choices. Most kids will opt to go to their local corner store for a snack before they'll think about grabbing a freshly grown strawberry from a garden that they grew. With this opportunity, it can allow for us to build a multi-tiered learning opportunity that combines science and construction skill building, team-based work experience, and environmental awareness. All these come in part when you think of an aquaponics system. And for the youth in Pinellas County school system, that would be really imperative for them, given the climate. Before we get too further into the presentation of my proposal, I'd like to give you a little brief synopsis of who I am. As I stated, my name is Edwin Simmons. I am a father, a husband, an avid gardener, and a lover of nature. And I am also a Pinellas County school employee as I work as a school safety officer. So I get to see a lot of the interactions and of what's going on within the schools, as far as from behaviors to administration and teachers' frustrations in the classrooms. I thank all those in attendance, school superintendent Dr. Grego, as well as all admin and local leaders within the communities and other stakeholders, including city council, mayor office, and local businesses, volunteers, and schools. So you may ask, why aquaponics? Well, aquaponics farming is a cleaner, low-labor, eco-friendly method to produce food. Aquaponic farming fits into various aspects of STEM curricula, which would make this a perfect system to implement within the school systems because it can actually tie in academics as well as life-building skills. Students will learn life lessons that could lead to better nutrition, healthier lifestyle choices, and less food instability within the communities. As you know, the Pinellas County school system impacts more than 5,000 students in 2nd to 12th grades from 90 participating schools. With the STEM program, it utilizes an extended school day, which includes hands-on engineering designs, improved team building skills, learning, and interacting with community and business partners. This would be a perfect opportunity to get the STEM program revamped and reorganized, where we can introduce something to the newer learners coming in, being that we just came off of, again, the COVID pandemic. A lot of people are getting reacclimated into the overall day-to-day school activities. Now, I feel like this project will be great in the TZ zone schools, which are transformational zone schools, as you know. These schools are places where they struggle to provide food for families, they're economically disadvantaged, and there are a lot of food deserts. And what I call a food desert is basically we have a lot of grocery stores that are not within walking distance that provide healthier and nutritionally dense whole food choices, which leads children to buy lots of candy and overly saturated, fattening foods, and you name it. It's just not a very conducive way of eating and way of living when you're in these different environments. So again, I revisit what is aquaponics and how will it fit into the curriculum specifically, which is why I'm basing this proposal on. Aquaponics will tie into STEM teaching and food growing systems. Okay. It's a hybrid food growing technology, and it's an ancient technology. It's been around for many years in different forms and formats. If you look at Thailand, Eastern Asia, African countries, they've all used some sort of aquaponic system, especially within the rice fields and other type of fields where they utilize fish that was where their waste becomes like a natural fertilizer, and that's able to grow, spur the growth of their crops. Aquaponics is also a very economic, very labor. It reduces labor, and it's also very sustainable, and very. It leaves a very good mark on our. I apologize for lack of a better term. Our footprint, our green footprint. We're not toiling the soil. We're not causing corrosion because less water, and no soils is even needed. And we'll use less water, which will keep the overall environment thriving. As I'm showing, here's a diagram right here that shows the basic simplified version of what aquaponics basically is. You see the fish within the tank, their waste gets pumped into the root systems, the media to the plants, and fresh water gets matriculated through the plant system and goes back into the water. So it's like a cyclical system that continues to make everything work, and it becomes, like I said, a sustainable way of growing food for, communities here over. So by now that I give you a brief synopsis of what aquaponics is, how can this project be integrated within the school STEM system? As you know, STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. If you look at the science portion of STEM, we can go from biology, environmental science, to chemistry. Fish produce ammonia. Ammonia it also has a natural occurring bacteria. Nitrates, all of this is very good for the plants to grow in their root system. The technology basis, the design, the pumps that are used, the integration of materials that are used, the engineering of how everything is put together, the design of the actual system, because systems can come from small desktop fish tanks to warehouse-sized mega filtration and aquaculture systems. It's really amazing. You can see by the little graphic there how some of them are, integrated. Then you look at mathematics, basic problem solving, algebra, geometry, all these things tie into the aquaponics system and the STEM curriculum. So you ask, how will this benefit students and their communities? Well, again, we'll have students that will learn tangible skills that will last, I believe, a lifetime, and it will also have a trickle-down effect within your community. Because to be honest, when you take part in a project like this, it builds a sense of accomplishment. It builds a sense of self-worth. You're actively seeing yourself produce food that you can actually eat. It's a tangible experience. It's not theoretical. It's not classroom based. You're actually doing this. So that can lead to better nutrition, healthier food choices, overall better, healthier lifestyle, which gives them a much more positive outlook, and I believe can actually change the dynamic of some of these communities that it will affect. Now, there are some obstacles that may, may arise. For one, with such an ambitious project, we'll have to choose the perfect pilot school. So I would suggest that we can have probably essay contests. That way we can, from there, that'll bring in the student buy-in. Then from there, we'll have staff buy-in, because if they're facilitating essays, then they're buying in, and we can get them to come in to get excited about the situation. Another obstacle will be cost. And with that, we offset a lot of the costs from, our resources through grants and community partnerships. Like I said, with the stakeholders that I have here down, local businesses can take part in this. Maybe we could have something like a food co-op where local restaurants can come in, use some of the crops that are harvested from the aquaponic farm and utilize it in their own businesses. So it's all it goes beyond just the school. It actually affects the stakeholders, community-wide, local business-wise, and hopefully, if this is successful, we can actually have this grow to, a bigger statewide effect. So in conclusion, my proposal is aquaponics as a STEM project and become part of the core curriculum. We need to get the children outside of the classroom and into the world, into nature, touching things, breathing things, feeling things, understanding things, learning how systems work, not just on paper, but actually physically doing it, seeing their work, seeing their minds process how things happen on a physical level, on a tangible level. This is a passion project of mine. I've been so fascinated with aquaponics my whole adult life since I even discovered what aquaponics was. And I think this is the way of the future. I think this is the way to sustainability. I feel this is a way to solving, in some cases, hunger and choosing better nutrition. I, for one, could have utilized something like this if I was younger. I would have probably made better health choices as well. So we can introduce this to young people. I believe this would be a great learning experience, fun experience, and something that they could take away and actually build possibly careers with. I thank you all for attending this meeting. I do hope you consider my proposal, and I look forward to working with you all. Thank you for listening. Good night.